Alright guys, back again with another video. Today we're going to talk about swim baits. You let me adjust you guys for a second. There we go. We're going to talk about swim baits and what they're good for and what they act like pretty much. Swim baits are a good lure. And also, please go check out RB Bassin. He was sick today and yeah, I called him and he's doing well. But go give him a subscribe and like his videos, and yeah. So what we're gonna talk about is swim baits. Like I said, there's multiple kinds of swim baits. There's giant swim baits. Well, not really giant, but big swim baits. Like those umbrella rigs, but spinner rig from Live Target. Like trailer type swim baits. Like some normal, like, well, not for people, but for me, this is like a normal size swim bait. More other swim baits and realistic looking swim baits. And then, like I said, another realistic one. So, let's start off with small stuff first. So, the small swim baits are more like a minnow. As you guys can see, that's clear white flake, and these are good for well, you can just put a jig on them and throw them out there, but these are good for spinner bait, trailers, chatterbait trailers, swim jig trailers. They're really good, but pretty much what this is acting like is a minnow. It's like a small minnow in the water when those bass are looking for something smaller so they can feed. But the type of line I'll throw on this is like a 8-pound test or something with this. Something kind of small, because this is a small bait. And I'll throw this with a spinning reel. Okay. Now these are walleye assassins, but bass love them. I have no clue why, but I use these, and actually I'm going to be giving these to my friend Cole right here. I decided not to give him the bigger ones because we're over here, so we want to use something smaller over here on the snake, and he usually fishes on the snake a lot. But what these are is it's like a shiner, so that's pretty much what it is. So this is like something to relate with the shad and all that. So good color, puts off really good presentation. I had to open it up so I can look at it and stuff, so that's why it's opened if you guys see. But these look good, like really good swim baits. But yeah, I'll do the same thing with the other ones. So let's start getting from up. Okay, so this one is right now my favorite swim bait, and what this is acting like is a real life perch, and you throw this around like brush and stuff where you think the perch are gonna be, and yeah. And what kind of line, what the type of line I'll throw on is a 10-pound to 12-pound test fluorocarbon, or yeah, fluorocarbon. So I'll put that on, or 20-pound braid, matters on what I'm using. But that's the color perch. It's a yellow perch, and the tail puts off really good action. As you guys can see on the back, see if you guys can see that. Oh, there you guys go. I'm tilted up a little bit. That's what it looks like pretty much. So, yep, it's a good swim bait. The bass love them. Throw them around brush, maybe some rocks, maybe docks. We'll throw them around the docks, not pitch them in, but a good swim bait right there. Puts off a lot of action. Okay, so another one we got from Live Target is the spinner rig, and this one's pretty much acting like a school of fish. So the 3 top ones are the teasers, and they're smaller. But if you think about it, the bottom one's bigger, so the bass are going to go for the bigger one because it's an easier meal. And it's also in the back. So if I want to, I'll throw it out there, throw it around brush, or maybe try to get it into schools of bass. Well, not the schools of bass, but schools of fish. Try to get it in there and throw it around. or throw it around rocks or something where those small bait fish are going to be, and hopefully get onto a big one. But that's going to be a challenge. This one's going to be into a challenge video and also tournaments. So let's do these ones. These ones are like the Kitech ones, but these aren't really Kitech. But it is the clear with white and silver flake, and then it's just pearl white on the bottom. And these ones I'll throw a 12-pound test on a spinning rod, 7 foot, medium heavy. Try to get it around where those brush and stuff are. Maybe put them on an umbrella rig if I want to go for some big ones. But what the color is, oh, it's a pearl shiner. That's what it's called. And yep, looks like good quality swim baits. So throw those around brush and maybe some weeds to find those bass. Then I'll go with these ones. This one is a bigger profile, so like if I'm at a place where there's big largemouth and like feeding off of the big swim baits, then I'll throw this on. What I'll do is put on a 5/0 trocar swim bait hook or an underspin. Matters on what underspin size it is, but pretty much I'll go with the 5/0 trocar swimming hook. Put it on, and if you don't have any swimming hooks, put on like a Texas rig. It works pretty much the same kind of, but yeah, put on a 5/0 Texas rigged hook on these swim baits. Then these ones, so I'm gonna place that right there. This is the baby bass color. The cool thing is that what you do is you fish the line down. There's a tube right down there, and it hooks onto the line, as you guys can see. Well, it hooks onto the hook, and you tie it on there, hook it in to the body like that. And what the bass will do is that when they bite it and they get hooked on there, they stay hooked. And what the hook does is it comes out, and the swim bait slides up, so the swim bait don't get tore up. So that's a good one. I recommend that one. Savage Gear makes some good swim baits. So does Live Target. Go check out those ones. But I'll throw this around maybe to see if the largemouth are going to react to their own species and try to eat them. So like if the bass are eating their own species when they're smaller, I'll throw this around to see if they'll eat the bigger ones. But I'll throw that around. And then this one from Savage Gear is my favorite. The bluegill. This one is different. It has a little ring right there, and you tie the line there. But what this does is the hooks come out and they hang on to there. But it's not like the baby bass. But this one's a good color. So like if there's a lot of bluegill in the area and they're feeding off of them, I'll throw that around. I'll put on 15-pound test on these bigger swim baits. Monofilament, well not monofilament, but fluorocarbon. Probably a bait caster so I can get that whip out there. I'll probably go with a 7 foot or a 7.2 heavy action or medium heavy. It matters on how heavy the bait weighs. But that's what I'll throw it around the brush or around docks, because the bluegill like to hang around the docks. So I'll throw that around. But they look really good swim baits. And if you guys have any questions, again, just put them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them as quick as I can. Hopefully, I'm just trying to get prepared for upcoming season, so I'm trying to get that going and trying to get tournaments. RB Bassin is going to be my partner in tournaments too, including my dad. Give a shout out to Tony Jenner. He's a good bass fisherman, also known as my dad. But I'm looking forward to it, and if you guys have any questions, again, just comment down below. Like and subscribe to the video, and see you guys all next time.